Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pixel Pulse, your weekly reminder that the gaming industry moves faster than your backlog. This is episode 7. My name is Justin Muslimi, and with me, as always, is the Luigi to my Mario, or the Mario to my Luigi, I guess you could say. Either way. Kyle Olson. Kyle, my friend, how are you, bud?
Hey, I'm doing good. I like Luigi and I like Mario, so either one works for me.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I mean, we both can be considered either or, I guess. It doesn't really matter, but, they're
Yeah,
two
and
companions, two
at
peas in a
certain
pod.
points of the year, I grow a mustache, so yeah, I guess it fits.
Yeah, yeah, man. I gotta shave almost daily, man. Just it's that darn heritage of mine
I
come
shave in the
through.
morning, in the afternoon, I look like
Look like
this.
this. Classic Santa
Bonus
Claus.
points
Oh
if
man.
anybody knows that movie. Thank you.
Oh man. They should. They better. Oh man.
If they're listening to this
Well,
podcast, they should know
right. Yeah. Because this is where the cool kids hang out. Obviously.
it.
Oh man. But yeah, man. It's good to see you. It's good to be here with you today, Kyle. It's nice to see that handsome face every week.
Yeah, it's
But
good to be back. I look forward to our podcast. I like getting to sit down and chat and just shoot the breeze and let other people have fun watching what we're talking about. Maybe they're laughing, maybe they're learning something and having a good
Yeah,
time. Who
we can only
knows?
hope.
Yeah, we can only hope.
Sometimes we learn as we are recording the podcast, so that's all right.
Every day we learn something new about this.
I mean,
So
I'm always learning something, man.
yeah, no,
Every
it's been
day.
good.
Awesome, awesome. Well, yeah, I'm glad we're doing this today. The past few days I've been kind of battling a head cold, so I'm like, God, I hope I'm better by Wednesday, or it's gonna be a rough time recording that episode. But I still have it. I still have a cough, but I'm navigating my way out of it. At least I'm towards the tail end of it, so that's good.
Listen, the worst thing you could do right now is sneeze and just blow boogers all over your camera lens.
Yeah, and
So
then
you
like
haven't done that, so we're good.
don't realize it, so it's just that way the entire time for the pod. Oh my god, dude.
I would contemplate telling you or not.
I just not just have it. Oh my god, it'd be so funny, dude. But yeah, um, it's good to be here. Thank you all, whoever is listening. We appreciate it. It's glad to have you guys on board as well. And we got some things to talk about this week, Kyle. Some big
Yeah, we
news
do.
stories happened. Um, let's dive in. I kind of want to start with this one first, Kyle, because I want to get the negative out of the way. I don't want to end the show
Yes.
being mad or sad. So let's start the show by being mad and sad.
Let's get
Um,
fired up, baby.
this hurts. I think this was last Thursday. Jason Schreier reported. The report comes from Bloomberg, but it confirmed the news with PlayStation that Sony is shutting down Bluepoint Games. They are shutting them down. Roughly 70 employees are going to be impacted by the closure when it officially occurs next month, IGN reports. Um, Bluepoint Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community, a PlayStation spokesperson told Bloomberg. We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. That makes me sick. Anyway, according to a previous report by Bloomberg, Bluepoint was working on a live service God of War game up until January of 2025, when the project was canceled. The studio then spent last year pitching new projects, but ultimately was shuttered before it could get one moving. Bluepoint was founded in 2006 by former Retro Studios employees and proceeded to work on a number of PlayStation games, including several collections of existing games, such as the God of War Collection, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, the Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection. It also served as a support studio on ports of games like PlayStation All-Stars, Flowers, and Titanfall on the 360. Um, But Bluepoint's claim to fame, and this is true, was its 2018 remake of Shadow of the Colossus, which was phenomenal. I don't know if you played that, Kyle, but it's great. Followed by its 2020 remake of Demon Souls, both of which were highly praised by critics and fans. It wasn't until after Demon Souls that Sony acquired Bluepoint in 2021. Under Sony's management, Bluepoint did some co-development work on God of War Ragnarok, but otherwise did not release or announce any new games. Sorry, I gotta mute this because I gotta cough really quick.
Well, it did not mute.
It didn't?
Nope.
Oh,
It did not.
Okay, well, then the audience...
I'm thinking your microphone might not be plugged in.
Huh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's like as you get closer to it and talk into it, it doesn't sound like it's using it.
So, like, right now, you doesn't sound any different?
I don't think so.
That's crazy. Because the light's on, like, the... So, like, you can hear me right now?
Uh-huh.
Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that, because that's weird.
For those of you listening, we're still new to the whole podcast thing, okay? So we're going to have technical difficulties.
Oh, dude.
Occasionally.
I coughed, like, right into, like, I was like... Because it did the blink thing, you know? So we're telling you that it's, like, muted. But...
It's muted, but it's probably because your computer's picking up the audio.
That's funny. That's crazy. That sucks, though. I gotta get that figured out then, I guess. I gotta get that figured out, I guess. Huh. All right.
As soon as you turned away, I was like, I hear him breathing. He's getting coughing in the microphone.
Yeah. Dude, like right into it. I was like, well, it's muted. I don't have to like go that far from it. Blah blah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. We just broke the fourth wall or whatever. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. I didn't mute. That's crazy, dude.
Wow,
such an
best episode yet, because now you've got Kyle crying because he was laughing so hard, and
I know,
Justin who turned away thinking he's muted, and then
yeah, and then because right after you were like you're not muted, by the way. I'm like, what do you mean?
Dude, it's like in Live Free or Die Hard, where Bruce Willis is in that guy's basement and he covers up the camera and starts talking, and the guy's like, you know, I can still hear you, right? Like covering the camera doesn't mute the microphone.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that, but that's funny.
Oh my gosh! All right, so yes, so I when I read about this, I thought, I think the issue honestly probably has to do with live service games. I don't know.
That's a big part of it, yeah.
Like live service games, I think there's only so much that the market can handle when it comes to live service games. I think maybe, you know, we're oversaturated, and like Bluepoint wanted to get their hands in the ring with a live service God of War game that was supposed to be coming out, and I think it's just oversaturated. Like everyone and their mom and their brother and their dog wants to get in on live service games, and I don't know, like live service games have their place, and there's lots of good things about them, especially with how relevant that they can stay. But it just feels like there's so many. Like Horizon is doing a live service game too, right?
Right. That's part. Yeah. So you're right, Carl. It is oversaturated. In fact, that's why Sony, I think, is trying to put out so many of them at once. So they're trying to find one that sticks. You know what I mean? Just, you know, throwing a bunch of things at a wall, seeing if one will stick. You know, because I mean, and I get it, because if one sticks for them, that makes them, you know, rather than Fortnite and Apex and Rainbow Six Siege, all these games that they're making money from, but they're not making 100% money. You know, they're making what, 30% of that?
they want to have the rights to the whole thing.
Right, they want their own game so that they make 100% of the profits, right? So I see why Sony wants to pursue live service, but to have Bluepoint, and I get it, Bluepoint is the one that pitched this game, right? Like Sony didn't. There's a lot of misconception. People think that Sony forced them on a live service God of War game. That's not true. They did force them to finish out the last 2 years of Ragnarok. they put him as a support studio for Ragnarok to help out Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah.
So after that, they pitched this God of War. But during this time, this is when Sony was full throttle on live service. I mean, they wanted live service. They
Everything.
had like yeah, they had 10 plus projects, live service projects in the pipeline. So Bluepoint, I'm sure thinking, well, what's going to get this greenlit faster? Oh, if we attach a live service component to this God of War game. So I'm sure they
Mm.
felt compelled, maybe even a little pressured, to put this live service, you know,
Yeah.
part of onto this game, So, but Sony, like, I don't. What they're good for. What they excel at. Don't make them. Don't put 70 employees on a live service game that you have to not only have a good launch for, but also upkeep the live service aspect of it, right? Like
Yeah.
you have to make sure that they maintain this online and this monetization, and that's not what you bought Bluepoint for. You you bought Bluepoint so they could, or I thought you did, so that you could remake all these games from your long list of dormant or IP that you haven't either used in a long time or haven't used very recently. You know what I mean? There was so much potential for this studio. I was so excited, Kyle, when they acquired Bluepoint. I'm like, yes, they can
I
finally
remember
go
that.
through. I mean, I don't know how you fumbled this so bad. There's been so much backlash, and I'm glad. I mean, for good reason. I mean, this is people are not happy. I I've had 6 days to stew on this because I think this happened last Thursday, and I'm telling you, Kyle, if we would have recorded this podcast that day, I would be I'd be a mess. Um,
Well,
we go ahead. I'm sorry.
maybe there's probably some bright sides to this, but I'll start with this. I forget who it was, but and we'll come back to LinkedIn for another segment. But I saw on LinkedIn a while back a segment on the way that the job market, especially in like technology, gaming, and all these different places where layoffs have become commonplace. They've kind of forgotten that your employees are not just employees. Like, sure, it's at will, but when you're taking employees under your wing and you're acquiring companies and you're bringing people on, they're working to provide for their families as they grow this business, and they expect to grow with the company. They're not always looking to come in and get rich quick and leave. Like, they're a lot of times just looking to have a stable place to work, especially in this market. Me, I went through 3 layoffs back to back to back at different
I remember.
companies,
Yeah, I remember talking.
and
I remember. Yeah.
it was absolutely brutal. And it's like, companies, I think that they've gotten comfortable with doing layoffs and just letting people go whenever they want to, and saying, oh yeah, it's a layoff, it's a spreadsheet exercise. And it's honestly disgraceful that people have gotten so far to that point. But I will say, on the bright side, we've seen before where a lot of times a nice studio like this, one that is renowned for certain things, will go under because maybe of no fault of their own, but maybe a decision by someone like EA or Ubisoft, or now Sony. And these developers, they go and they form their own company, and they come back stronger and make their own IPs and their own games. And we've seen that happen before. And I'm wondering if maybe these 70 employees will get picked up by some other game studios, hopefully. And maybe some of the others will say, you know what? We're going to do it ourselves. And they've got some ideas that they were stewing on, that they were maybe unable to pitch because of the live service thing that they were trying to pitch. And now they have an opportunity, unshackled from the weight of Sony over them, and having to pitch that, where they can go through and work on something that they're truly passionate about.
Yeah, and that would be Sony's loss because Sony then because then let's just say that happens and they decide to remake some other prominent game, it goes on to sell, millions of copies, and Sony's out of that. Well, not completely, because they're going to get a piece of that pie. Whereas if Sony owned them,
No, I
they're
wouldn't
gonna
say
they
they're remaking a game. I'm saying they're going to go like if it were me and I left, like I think about it through the lens of like product management, right? Where you release a product, and I have an engineering team that I need part of the engineering team to maintain the product and work on bugs. I need another part of my engineering team to work on new features. Bugs, they suck. They're not exciting. They're fires, they're dumpster fires constantly, and you don't want to be working on bugs forever. So what we do is we swap their efforts every so often. Where okay, this week you're working on bugs, next week you're working on new features, and that's what keeps the thing moving. If they're just always working on old IPs that they're bringing back, like Back to the Future, then their creativity is mostly stifled because they're just trying to preserve the original game and feel and just bring it into this modern age. But I think them getting out of this situation, they're probably going to go and like find their own new IP. They're going to go and do something that they've been wanting to do for some time. It would not surprise me if a handful of them formed their own company.
Yeah, me either. Because even before like putting, getting put on these remake, they had stated as such that they were actually interested in making like their own new IP. You
Yeah.
know, but I don't know, man. This is a huge loss for Sony. It really honestly is, because they are super talented. I don't know why. They, I'm gonna Herman Holst has got to go. Herman or double. I'm gonna call him Double H. Double H. He's got to go, man. He has grossly mismanaged these studios, and it's time. Like, dude, you can't. You're not fit for this. I mean, you were good at as the head of Guerrilla Studios. You were great, but you cannot manage Sony first party studios. Like, get out. This is going horribly wrong for you. You have become a stain on the legacy of PlayStation. I mean, you really have. I don't know, man. You've already been demoted once, so I don't know what it's gonna take now. Like another demotion, or just like I said, hopefully they just I don't know, man. They just
Yeah.
force him out or something, because this is ridiculous. I mean, you really couldn't find any. There's no path forward for Bluepoint. You have so many. All the
Well, that,
IP I can
well, that's
just
just
think of,
it.
Kyle.
That's what companies are doing. Is there's always a path forward, and what they choose is they choose the way to line their pockets better. That's literally all they do. They look. What they do is they look at what's going on. They say, you know what, like we could probably make our books a little bit more profitable by not spending this money on this project and just pocketing it. And now in Q whatever whatever quarter that they were looking at when they made this decision, now that quarter is going to look more profitable because they don't have 70 employees worth of overhead, and that makes them look better to shareholders and investors. And it's all a very selfish thing because Sony is not struggling for money. Microsoft, same thing. Like when they
No,
acquired
dude.
Activision, also not struggling for money. Like they're just making these decisions because they want to line their own pocketbooks. And I think I talked about this before. I have a buddy that was high up in a company, and in preparation for an acquisition, what they did was they let go of their entire team, and he made bank, like absolute like payroll, and so did everybody else. And then the team that got let go, they're struggling to find work because there's not much work out there. But they had to get let go because the company looked more profitable, sold for more money, and now everyone that had investments or shares in that company got more money out of that deal. It's a really sick practice, and society's come a long way into the gutter to this point. And I
Yeah.
mean, we're not going to see the end of it. It's just going to keep going until AI helps everybody to create their own business, and now large companies are competing against like one dude who's got 70 AI agents running things better than what Sony ever could have.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm. This is the angriest I've been at PlayStation for a while. Um, I'm just thinking of all the IP. I mean, dude, we have we have gosh, dude, like Sly Cooper, like Jack, Ape Escape, Resistance, Killzone, Infamous,
Oof,
Siphon
Killzone.
Filter. You can remake. I mean, there's so many. You can partner with like a third party. You can make a deal with a third party partner like Konami and remake MGS1. I mean, I don't know, but there's this was so easy for them. This should have been like no, only put them on remakes. Like just have them remake dormant IPs, and breathe new life into them. This could have been a way to put the spotlight on some of your IP that you haven't used in a really long time. And maybe, hey, if this sells well, and it probably would, you can maybe make new ones in that series, new entries. I don't know, man. I have to. We're gonna. I don't know. I don't. Do you have anything else to say, Kyle? Because we'll have to move on because I'm not happy.
No, let's get to the Microsoft one because
You want to do that one next?
heck yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, you'll have more to say here for sure, but it's still pretty interesting. Well, a couple days after that,
And we could
Microsoft.
give like the highlights on it without going through like the whole article because I'll have enough content to provide outside
Yeah,
outside of
yeah.
that.
I'll just kind of briefly summarize, I guess. But yeah, I guess Microsoft saw Sony's news and they said, "Hold my beer," because Phil Spencer announced he's retiring, and not only that, his protege Sarah Bond is resigning. Not only did Spencer announce he was retiring in 3 days. I think he announced it the next day on Friday, and he was out on Monday. So he's retiring. Sarah Bond was like, "Peace. I'm not take," which we all were kind of set to believe she was the natural, you know, she was the person that was going to naturally take his spot. But instead, they got this 36-year-old former CEO of Instacart, Asha Sharma. She is the new head of Microsoft, and she is the head of their um, AI division, or what is that, Kyle? Their AI. I'm trying to read this here.
Core AI product.
Thank you.
Currently the president of Microsoft's Core AI product. So basically what Microsoft did here is they said like Phil Spencer for whatever reason retired quickly too, which is weird. Like usually when you're going out,
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
you
saying.
go out with a little bit of like
Yeah, like
you
the
give
next few months, I'm going to
notice.
stay on. I'm going to help train the, help bring in the new talent. You know what I
It's
mean? Yeah,
it's weird. It's suspicious. I have some
very.
thoughts that I wouldn't discuss in this podcast about why that might be. But yeah, to see both of them gone and um, Asha Sharma brought in. So okay, so this got some traction from a post that I saw on LinkedIn. For those of you who don't know, I'm kind of I do stuff on LinkedIn. I'm like a funny guy. I post funny things. At least I did. I've told, and while we've been doing this podcast, I kind of dialed that back because LinkedIn was taking up a lot of my time. But basically, the thought was somebody. It looked like AI slop. Someone posted something saying the woman who has never played a video game in her life just became CEO of an $18 billion gaming empire. Somebody needs to fact check that. I don't know if it's 18 billion or more. Um, but basically, they said like Phil Spencer, he spent 38 years at Microsoft. He built it up, and then when this person stepped in, they're not just replacing Phil. They're not replacing Sarah. They're bringing in somebody. The content exists. The studios exist. What they don't have is a business engine around them. So they brought in this AI tech guru person who's like not never played touched a game in their life, and now the most important thing to gamers is the business engine. So interesting comment from Carly Taylor, who's really well known in the LinkedIn community and in the gaming community actually as well, and she was like, beloved by fans. This has to be AI slop because nobody with an actual brain thinks that Xbox was anything but forgotten by fans. Think about it. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. Like this is an Xbox, right? Like that stupid marketing that they've been doing for however long. Like everything you touch could be an Xbox. Like my Apple Watch is an Xbox. Like no,
Yeah.
it's not. Like have you ever tried streaming a first person shooter game, like actually trying to be competitive streaming a game? It doesn't work, right? Like those actual milliseconds do matter, and you're not going to get that speed out of a streaming service. Like you actually need the hardware that's going to compute it and talk back and forth to the server, and that's what works. So yeah, it works for other stuff like platformers and RPGs and different things, but like if you ever need to do something like a racing game or something where you have to have that millisecond timing, it doesn't work. So she goes on to say, the idea that all these games need is the business engine of Microsoft is laughable. And I commented on there too, and I was like, yeah, all gamers ever really wanted was a business engine. No, we don't care about the business engine. In fact, we want you to scale back your stupid business engine and give us video games that we're actually going to play, that we actually want to have. Like, stop pushing this crap garbage on us. Like, kind of what Sony's doing, in that they're taking off all this, like, garbage trophy hunting games from their store. That's a good thing that they're doing, I guess, but stop giving us crap that we don't want and listen to your actual community and give us what we do want. And instead of doing that, Spencer's gone. What's her name's gone? I can't even think of her name because Sarah Bond, yes. And now they're bringing on somebody who's just like this AI person. So what are they going to do? They're going to do like AI developed video games. Like, have you used AI to make videos and stuff? Like, it sucks. Their hands are all like this, right? Like it's
Yeah.
it's absolutely terrible. So someone else came into this thread and was like, Yamauchi was not a gamer. He didn't even understand games, but he did understand business, and Nintendo dominated for years, particularly in handhelds. It actually, so it really it intrigued me. And I thought, I don't know enough about Nintendo's legacy. So I actually went and started doing some digging, and he's right. He did not. But he did get into gaming with cards, like gambling, right? So card playing, and then arcade games. And what he noticed was that like these games are actually really popular. So he was not a gamer that said, I want to share this love with the rest of the world. He was opening a new market and doing deals with the Famicom, I think it was, and basically like using, yes, his business savviness, but to actually be genuinely curious about video games, and then actually got into the video game world like that. Microsoft is already there. Like they're already in video. Like Nintendo created almost the video game world for them, right? By seeing what was done in the West, by seeing gambling and cards, and by expanding on that and turning that into the handhelds that we have today. So it's different, completely different. Now Microsoft is like, yes, we're going to put this AI person in here, and what? Like they don't have a console anymore. They like what are they going to do? They're putting all their games on PlayStation. Like, are they? What do you think is going to happen?
That's the interesting thing, because she was saying that she's going to get back to their roots, and people are speculating like, oh, is she going to get back to exclusives?
Does she know what their roots are? Like,
Well,
she hasn't
right.
touched a video game. Like,
No, she
tell
doesn't
tell
know
us
what their
now.
roots
Like,
are.
I know. Like, if she could listen to this podcast, like, real quick, and like, Asha, if you're listening, what's Microsoft roots? Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you really know? Like, it's video games, obviously, but beyond that, do you know what Microsoft roots are in video games? Do you know what gamers want? Like, what is actually going to make gamers become loyal fans of Microsoft again, of Xbox? Because I don't think that you do.
No, she kind of got called out for it too. She was, about being, not a gamer. Well, she ends up, I mean, this ends up backfiring, but she ends up posting her gamer tag. I don't know if you saw this, Kyle. And then, of course,
my gosh.
so, but gamers being the, little investigators that they are, her gamer tag, Kyle, was made a month ago.
Of course
With
it was,
just a
because she's not a
handful of-
gamer.
Right, with a handful of games. So she was, I'm sure just playing like 10 minutes of a game here and there just to put games on her profile. Like, no, look, I'm a gamer, guys. See, look.
It's an it's a it's a wow. I really don't want to say mean things right now, but it's basically the world's worst attempt at an olive branch to the gaming community. Like it, it's it's a terrible attempt by both Microsoft and this person to do that because like we're smart. Like everyone has access to AI now and the internet, and we can all do our own research and formulate our own opinions. Technology and information is available like this, right? And we're not buying it. Like I don't even own an Xbox because I didn't want to pay money for both consoles. Like I'm more of a PlayStation fan myself, and even
Yeah.
I am irritated with them at this decision because it's like the stupidest thing that you could have ever done. Like, why would you go and get somebody? Because gamers and developers and like the entertainment industry in general, they have freaking strikes about AI and AI taking over their jobs, right? Like that studios have shut down because they didn't want AI to replace them, voice actors and character actors and
Yeah.
writers and creatives and everything, right? And so what do they go and do? Oh, Phil Spencer's gone, Sarah Bond is gone, and Asha Sharma comes in and is the new Xbox CEO and has no gaming experience, and it is just AI experience.
So, you had mentioned that like why would you ever do something like this? Well, there is speculation. This is coming from one of the founders of Xbox. I mean, he hasn't worked there in a long time, but he says this is their way of this is Satya Nadella's way of like sunsetting Xbox, like putting it to rest finally. Like by bringing
That's
her
what they've
in.
been trying to do for a while, obviously.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, yeah. If it feels that way because now all their exclusives are coming. I mean, now they're coming. Well, I mean, I guess with the exception of Forza Horizon 6, but that's coming soon after.
I'm like looking around my desk, like, tell me, is this an Xbox? Like, I mean, what are we doing here? You're retired. It's not an Xbox, okay? If you're retiring your console, it's no longer an Xbox. You are becoming a streaming service like Netflix. Like, welcome to the world of Netflix and Peacock and everything else. Like, Netflix does games, Xbox, okay, but they're not known for their games because the games suck. Okay,
Yeah,
nobody streams video games on Xbox. I mean, sorry, on Netflix. Okay, they're not going to stream video games from other things when you're putting your games on Sony.
yeah. I mean,
Which thank you. I mean, I as a Sony fan, thank you for doing that
right,
because
right.
I've been wanting to play some Halo for some time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because
But
Halo's coming to PlayStation now, day one, day and date with the Xbox release. You know,
it yes,
well,
it
Fable.
is, and that is fantastic. And you know what? Whoever made that decision, thank you so much because the divide between PlayStation and Xbox is basically gone now. Like South Park's Console Wars episode and everything, like it's just it's gone, and I don't see a way out for them. I think I
Yeah,
think this is a
no,
ridiculous decision.
it's done. I mean, it's the damage the damage has been done. They're handing it off to Asha Sharma. You know, I was watching a podcast, and I think it was RGT who said it, and he's right. He said, and I agree with him. Asha Sharma was handed a grenade with the pin already pulled. You know, and he's right. I mean, she's given this platform that's just imploding into itself.
And the fact that she took the job, or that they even offered it to her with zero experience. I mean, obviously we're not on the inside, so I would imagine one of two things. One, either she is so naive in business logic, which I don't think is the case, that she took this job with the pin pulled on the grenade, or Xbox and Microsoft have something else going on behind the scenes that they're just not going to disclose. Like they're just sunsetting everything, right? Like there's
Yeah,
there's either there it's like for in my mind it's one of two things. Like she's just so naive and so young in her career and not familiar with gaming and the world of Xbox and gaming, that she took that grenade and was like, hey, this is awesome, a grenade, right? I really don't think that's the case. I think they probably have something else in mind, and it's not going to be good for gamers. It'd be good for PlayStation gamers, but
right. It's good for one side, yeah, of the
yeah, like
fence.
I really don't like Xbox going away because I
No,
like
me either.
competition there. I like companies keeping each other honest and on their toes and one upping each other and innovating and pushing each other. And
Yeah, no. Xbox going away as a console is not good for the fact. Well, for this fact that we just mentioned at the beginning of the show. I bet you if Xbox was going toe to toe with PlayStation right now and they were releasing exclusive games, awesome games, I don't think Sony shuts down Bluepoint. I don't. I think they'd be like, no, we need to keep you on so we can make some more incredible games, some incredible remakes, whatever.
yeah,
Because I
I
don't
can
know,
see
man.
that.
I think in a different world where Xbox was competing, you know, shoulder to shoulder with PlayStation, I don't think PlayStation closes Bluepoint. But that's just my opinion. Maybe they do, but I I don't know. I just don't think so.
The thing maybe we can end with is what a quote here that says so she joined she joined Microsoft in 2024, and she said her job is simple: understand what makes this work and protect it. Um, okay, so great. Like, you don't know games. The first thing you say is, first, great games. We're gonna make great games. Great. So you don't even know what games are, right? Like, you probably play Candy Crush on your phone, and that's like your experience with video games or whatever. Like, that's okay. The second thing is the return of Xbox, recommit to our core Xbox fans and players. I just don't see how you do that by coming into the world not understanding the world at all. Like, Xbox fans, I mean, they're lifelong fans. I mean, these are people that have been fans of Xbox for 25 years. They have 25 years of Xbox experience in gaming and love under their belt. And how are you going to come to the table and know what's best for your fan base when you don't even know what freaking video games are and why they're important and why
Yeah,
people love them? Like, you, how could you possibly make something special for the fans if you don't even know why it's special to them to begin with? Like, do you listen to the Halo theme song and get chills because it brings you back to the days when you sat in your friend's basement at a LAN party with like connected TVs via cables and pizza and Mountain Dew? Like, does that bring that? No, it doesn't, because you didn't do that. Like, it's just, it's not important to this person. And to me, that's what's frustrating is they like Xbox, their final thing as Spencer leaves is they're going to slap fans again and say we're going to put somebody in that doesn't care about video games, that doesn't understand them, that's never had these core memories or these feelings of video games, and can't relate, and they're going to tell you what's good and why it's good.
right. Yeah, I mean, say what you want about Phil Spencer, whether he led the ship of Xbox, rightly or wrongly, but I mean,
I mean, good for a long time.
yeah, he loved games. So I
Yeah,
don't know. We'll see what happens, but
that was
I'm
fun.
not. I'm not optimistic about the future of Xbox for sure. And less more now than ever.
We should do more spicy episodes like this.
Yeah, yeah, we should spice it up a bit for.
Should we get to some fun stuff though?
Yeah, yeah. I
Let's
think
do
we
it.
should. There's one more big news story, and then we can get into some of the smaller stuff. But this I thought was interesting, Kyle. I definitely am interested to hear your thoughts on this one. This happened at a fan convention. Christopher Judge seemingly spills details about God of War Trilogy remake and a brand new game. This comes from, well, I'm reading this via Fandom Wire. And it says here, at a recent event that appears to be a fan expo or convention, Christopher Judge has reportedly revealed some shocking details about the God of War Trilogy remake. Not only did he give away that T.C. Carson will return as Kratos, which expected, actually, but he also revealed Sony Santa Monica's plans for the coming summer, saying, "You'll be hearing about what we're doing probably late summer. This has to be an accidental reveal, as neither Sony nor Santa Monica would want its lead cast to go out and say things they shouldn't have." Yeah, it's like, don't these people care about NDAs? You know he wasn't supposed to be saying anything about that. This, this is kind of funny too, because this also coincides with Cory Barlog's, the rumor that his game is going to be revealed this summer. So I don't know if what he's doing involves Christopher Judge, but it kind of sounds like it.
It does sound like it.
But yeah, and it sounded like Christopher Judge did not realize he was being recorded. So he kind of spilled the beans that the God of War remake trilogy was going to have a new combat system. And I don't know how fans are going to feel about that. They better be careful, because the people that are most excited about this are the fans that want the combat to remain, I would say, largely unchanged. You know, they want it mechanically the same. They want that hack and slash style combat, you know, the fast paced style that the original trilogy was known for. So I think if they radically change the combat system, or worse, make it just like the new ones, the fan reception to this is not going to be good. So I
don't know. I have a different mindset. I never played the original ones.
Wait, you didn't?
No, they
No
didn't.
way.
I didn't. They were too violent and like boobs and stuff. And so
Oh, sure.
my
Okay.
my mom, bless her
That makes
heart, was
sense.
like, "No, you can't get these games." I was like, "Oh shoot." Okay, so I played other games, but
Fair.
but for me, so I think of it like, one, okay, yeah, thanks Judge for letting us know, because this is great news. But also, always assume that you're being recorded, man. But he's
No
smart
kidding.
enough to know, like, there's probably certain things that he can say, and it could even be part of like their marketing campaign, where like Judge goes and teases a few things and gets people like salivating about it. My thought, though, look at what Square has done. Square Enix. It has. They're still SquareSoft to me, right? Like Square Enix. Look at what they've done to Final Fantasy VII remake, rebirth, right? Like they completely,
Yeah.
they took Final Fantasy VII, the original game, and they brought that story to life in a way that brings me back to my first time playing Final Fantasy VII. Even though the combat system is different, they've got voice acting, the story is a little bit altered, and there's just so much more color and context around everything. And for me, they did it in a way that feels like Final Fantasy VII. And so for me, if they, I never played the original ones, but if they went through and gave it that kind of treatment where they're preserving that feeling that you got playing God of War for the first time, but it's changed. It's different. It's for this day and age. For me, that would be okay, because I've seen
Okay.
it work. I don't want the
Yeah, I
same
don't know,
game.
man.
I don't want to. What I don't want them to do is like do what some other studios do, like with what they did with Final Fantasy VIII, where they just like upscaled the pixels and stuff and keep it exactly the same. Like if that's what they're doing, I can
No,
go
I don't
and
want
play God
that.
of War on my console right now as it is. But I want them to
Yeah.
give it the treatment, the love, and respect that it deserves, and make it fun for like this day and age, and give that same feeling that young me would have had he had he been able to play that game as a young tyke.
Yeah. Um. Oh, you know what, Kyle? You know what I just found out? My microphone is not plugged in.
Is that what
Isn't that funny?
I said? Oh my gosh. I thought you were fiddling with your microphone because you were about to cough again, and I was just getting ready for it. I love it.
Huh. But okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, well, I thought I had it plugged in but then the wire was out.
You know,
But
the number of YouTube videos that I watch where a caption pops up and says, "Sorry, my microphone battery died," or "I forgot to plug in my microphone." It's. I'm sure our fans will forgive us.
yeah. Yo, yeah. But no. Okay. So Kyle, you know what I want? You know what my ideal God of War remake. I want like what they did with. I think the perfect example is what Bluepoint did with Demon Souls, or like Shadow of the Colossus remake,
Oof.
where
Yeah,
it's the
Demon
same
Souls.
game, the exact same game mechanically, but it looks like a current gen game. I mean, Demon Souls might still be like one of the best looking games on PS5. That game looks immaculate. I don't know if you played it, Kyle.
I did, and you know what they didn't do?
What?
They didn't remaster it for the freaking PS4, which is probably why it looks so good
Right. Well,
on
yeah,
PS5.
exactly. Yes, but that's. I guess the point I'm getting at is that's what I want. I want like that same fast paced, hack and slash gameplay, but just with modern era graphics, where your jaw just drops. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But we'll see. I don't know what he means. That could mean a whole. That could mean a few different things. The new combat system. So we'll see. It could still be that fast paced hack and slashy type of combat, but
Yeah,
just different aspects to it, I guess.
yeah.
But I don't know. But the funniest thing too, well, no, I shouldn't say the funniest, but he also, he basically kind of spoiled Sony Santa Monica's plans for the summer, giving away that they're gonna give away their next game, or show their next game this summer. So I'm sure they didn't want that, out there.
I don't know. Like these guys, especially someone with like the reputation that Christopher Judge has, they know what they're doing, and I honestly, like, I think dangling the carrot is going to make probably more people tune in to whatever is getting announced late summer, right? Like it's I think I truly think that someone like Christopher Judge is smarter than that and smart enough to know what he's doing, and I think that this
Yeah.
is probably part of the plan. If it were me, I would totally fumble. Like I would accidentally spill the beans on every freaking thing because like I've not been under that kind of pressure with NDA and everything, but I mean
Right.
it's like an old hat for him, right? So I'm thinking that this is exactly what they want to have happen, and we're all now salivating for summer because now it's confirmed that something is going to get announced late summer.
Unless it doesn't, unless it gets delayed so that they'll delay the announcement. I don't know.
I mean,
Who
it's
knows?
possible, but don't you put that negative energy out there,
I
okay?
know. I'm known for that. I'm sorry, man.
It's
Um,
exciting though. I can't wait to see what they've got in
it is.
store.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Gameplay, whatever it is that they're going to announce. Like when they announced the God of War remake, like of the Norse side of things, and they started with that like music and everything. It was so cool. So they're known for doing
Yeah.
cool stuff.
I was excited at first too because I thought, oh, I know who's going to do this. I know exactly who's going to do this remake. Bluepoint. Well, no. Now we know that they're not, and that makes it worse because that means Sony Santa Monica. I don't know if they're doing this in house, but if they are, that's kind of a waste. Like I want them to just be working on something new, the next God of War or whatever. But if Sony Santa Monica is working on the God of War remakes, I don't like that at all.
They're probably using Mad Cat or what's
Mega
the one
Cat,
that
I
Mega
don't.
Cat? Yes,
They're not. I doubt it. They're not known for.
I know. It's
Oh, you were joking. I'm sorry.
I was joking because they
I
used
didn't
Mega
catch
Cat to
that.
work on the other God of War that they just came out, Sons of Sparta,
Right.
right? So
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens this summer.
oh man, I love summertime, and I'm gonna love it even more now because it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So cool. Look forward to that. Um. Anyways, Kyle, I don't know if you're a big Near Automata fan.
Of course,
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
yes.
Well, good news, Kyle. Really good news. Near Automata shipments and digital sales top 10 million. This was announced by Square Enix, and it was reported. The last figure was reported in December of 2024, so just over 2 years ago. Or no, sorry, a little over a year, right? Yeah, because we're in the beginning of 2026. So I'm sorry, a little over a year ago. Um,
My how
yeah,
time
so
flies.
so I know it really does, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we have they're at 10 million units. But not only that, Kyle, they played a little trailer. I don't know if you caught this. A little trailer celebrating their milestone, and at the end of the trailer, you know what it says, Kyle?
To be continued.
Year
I
Automata to be
I love it.
continued. that is cool, man. Because
It's about freaking time, you
it really is
guys.
about time. Was it like
So many
10?
collabs. Like they've done collaborations in like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and different like gotcha games. They did a collaboration with Stellar Blade, Stellar
Yeah.
Blade is like the spiritual successor to Nier Automata. And so when they did the collaboration, you better bet that I bought that stuff and did all the side missions and everything because it
Yeah.
felt and played like Nier Automata. So I love it. I can't wait. It's about time.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for when they announce the new Nier game for sure. I love both of them. I love the first one too. I love the first one and Automata. So
I
that
think I
is
only played Automata that I can remember, and it absolutely hooked me. Like the music is phenomenal, the character models are phenomenal. Like they're weird and
yeah.
quirky, and I
Oh
mean
yeah.
it's such a fun game. Like I could not get enough of it, and in fact now I kind of want to go play it again.
Yeah, I kind of that I have the same feel. I'm like I haven't played it in so long. I want to kind of like get back into it again. So good, man.
Mm, I can't
Um,
wait.
yeah, no, that's fun. That'll be fun to learn about that some more. Um, well, for our next story, Kyle, a couple Nintendo things I wanted to go over. Uh, they seemingly shadow dropped the Xenoblade Chronicles X Switch 2 edition on the storefront. So, for those of you with a Switch 2 and you want to play an updated version of Xenoblade Chronicles X, well, now you can for $5 if you already own the game. It's $5 to upgrade, so you get the 60 frames per second and
Mm, looks
4K
good.
resolution. So hold on, I gotta fight through this cough.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for not doing it into the microphone that's not working.
Right, that isn't that's malfunctioning. Yeah, I know.
I love it.
But
The show must go on, you guys. We're here, sick, injured. We're here for
yeah,
you.
yeah, we're just broken. We're broken, man. So yeah, uh, I think it says here the physical edition is releasing on April 16th. So if you want the physical edition, you got to wait a couple months here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so $5 to upgrade if you already have it. If not, you can purchase it on Switch 2 for 59.99.
Have you played it? The not the new
I
one, but
I have not played X.
it looks really good. I haven't played
It
them
does.
either. I have a Switch, the original Switch, but I haven't played the Xenoblade Chronicles games, and I don't know. Maybe I need to get into them
You
because
should.
every trailer I see, it looks really good.
I played Xeno Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, and they're all excellent. And I never played X, which debuted on the Wii U actually.
Hmm.
So, and then they released it for the Switch, and now it's getting a Switch 2 upgrade. So, yeah, no, they are good, Kyle. The
Yeah.
Xenoblade games, I should say. So, but yeah, in other Switch news, it looks like Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are coming to Switch and Switch 2 digitally next week.
Ta-da.
So they announced this. They're going to be $20 each. And it's set for Pokemon Day, which is February 27th, the same day Resident Evil Requiem comes out, actually.
Oh,
So,
them fighting words.
yeah, it is. There won't be a physical release for these. It's just going to be they're just going to be released digitally.
Yeah.
So for all you
And
physical
it's to
lovers,
celebrate 30 years of Pokemon. Like Pokemon is turning 30, which is absolutely
that's
insane to me.
insane.
Like I have my Game Boy, my Game Boy Color right over here. And I should really put it behind me on display, but then my kids would grab it and try to play with it. But like I remember getting Pokemon Red for the first time and turning on playing it and just being like absolutely amazed with the game that I was playing. Like, it was totally different than Super Mario and then any of the other games I had on my Game Boy. And I remember days where like I'd take my link cable over to a friend's house and we'd plug into each other and trade Pokemon and battle. I mean, it was just like so cool. And I'm glad that they're celebrating Pokemon by bringing Leaf Green and Fire Red to the Switch.
Yeah, not a terrible price. People are a little upset that it's not going to have any online functionality for like trading and whatnot. But
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
what's the difference between Fire Red and Leaf Green?
just I think there's like different oh, what do they call them? Like those different Pokemon. Like
But if there's no online, how am I going to get all the Pokemon into my Fire Red if I don't get
you
Green?
can still you can locally like do a connection locally with somebody
Oh,
who has a Switch, almost like a wireless a LAN connection, like a wireless one. I think you can do that.
okay, okay.
So,
Well, I mean,
but
if so, like, which one has the better Pokemon? You guys in the chat, let us know which
yeah,
one's going to have the better
please
Pokemon,
tell
please.
us because I don't remember. Um,
Well, I would probably go with Green.
See, and I probably go with red because I back in the day I got red, the
See,
original
I got
Pokemon
Red
game.
back in the day too. Yeah, I didn't get Blue, but now I might say, you know what? 30 years later, I'm not going to get Red. I'm going to get the other one.
You're gonna go the other way, yeah.
I might, yeah.
The interesting thing here is it's gonna come. It's gonna come on Pokemon Day, the 27th. This is gonna be after a special Pokemon Presents presentation, which the big rumor is they're going to be showing off the new Gen 10 Pokemon game. So
Please do not make it in a freaking city, like with random encounters and all the weird stuff that you did in the last one. Did your mute button doesn't work?
no, it doesn't. I'm not even muting it now. That's why I'm not even pressing it. But so yeah, no, the audience they just get to hear me cough now, so that's all right. Um, yeah, I want to see them actually go all out on a Pokemon game this time. Like show us what you can really do because we've seen what you can do, you know.
Yeah.
So so please, I don't know, I'm ready to be wowed.
I am too. And you know what? Along with that 30-year anniversary, I also love when Pokemon does the McDonald's collaboration because you know how fun it is to like take your kids to the drive-through and get like a kids meal and it's like a Pokemon themed box and inside they've got McDonald's Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah,
Like it takes me back to like the days at Burger King where they did the gold foil card inside the Pokemon ball. I mean, it's just like I love that they do stuff like that because it's just so nostalgic for me. So I'm looking forward to a couple of McDonald's trips when they do the 30th
yeah,
anniversary celebration.
for sure. Yeah, that'd be fun.
It's
But
cool. I like it.
yeah, me too. All right. Well, we have one more story for you guys today.
It's a good one.
Yeah, PlayStation finally confirms Marvel's Wolverine release date, and it's coming before GTA 6, which we kind of figured it would.
It kind of has to.
Well, it has to, yeah.
Yeah.
This comes way of Video Games Chronicle, and they say here, Insomniac Games and PlayStation have confirmed that Marvel's Wolverine will release for PS5 on September 15th, 2026. So this means that it will arrive 2 months before GTA 6. So, what do you think, Kyle? Are you excited?
I'm super excited. One, it's like my birthday's in September, so happy birthday to me
Yeah, dude.
because I'm getting old. It's a big birthday for me, and what a great way to celebrate by getting Wolverine and just ripping some people's heads off and stabbing and doing all the like stuff with the claws. You know, I love it. Also, I'm noticing in this article it says, and we kind of figured this, but no other major game release dates have been confirmed between September 15th and November 19th.
That's
And
true. Yeah.
even still, September 15th is kind of dangerously close to GTA 6. Like they're
It's
right on
getting
the
there, but I
cusp.
think it's right on the outside. I think it's 2 months before. I think is the perfect time to finish that game. You're right. You are kind of tiptoeing
Yeah, a
in that
little bit.
shallow water towards the sharks, but you're not quite in there with the sharks yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're definitely
My my question though about it is, so when they made this decision, I'm sure that they had a lot of like talking and discussions, but I'd be curious to know, like, do they expect the majority of their sales to happen between November 15th? I mean, obviously pre-orders too, but like between November 15th and November 19th, what do they think is going to happen after November 19th? I'm curious, like, do they think that their sales are going to be impacted by this? And if so, in what way? Or maybe it's manageable for them because they're banking on so many pre-sales and sales within that first week or two of reviews.
they probably are. Yeah, because like you said, I mean, no doubt sales are going to slow down uh, dramatically during that week of GTA 6. I mean,
Yeah.
they just are, and I'm sure Sony's got to know that. Um,
Work in general is going to slow down the week of November 19th. Like
yeah, no
businesses are
kidding.
probably going to shut down. Like let's be honest.
Yeah. Um,
Well,
Also, I was
Justin
thinking
didn't
about it.
show up for his shift again.
Yeah, weird. GTA 6 and Wolverine are gonna sell so I will well, especially GTA 6, but I think Wolverine will too. But you're gonna sell so many PS5s with just GTA 6. You almost have to wonder if they're banking on people picking up a PS5, GTA 6, and also saying, "Hey, Wolverine's there too. Might as well just grab Wolverine."
Do you think they'll do a PS5 Wolverine bundle?
I do. I think they'll do a PS5 and GTA 6 bundle too.
Hmm, maybe
I
so.
I think if Sony really wants to sell as many PS5s as they can, they'll do that. But
There's no physical version of it, so it's probably going to be a digital code inside. Or
there's no physical
even
version of
better,
what? Wait, no,
GTA
wait. What do you mean?
GTA 6.
There's no physical version. There is going to be though. What do you mean?
Didn't they say they were going to delay the physical version?
I'm sorry. We probably should have covered this. So they shot down that rumor.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
Yeah, was it Strauss Zelnick? I can't remember who, but yeah, no, he said no. That's we're not doing that.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, never mind.
that was shot down.
Okay, they could put the shiny disc inside the PlayStation 5 so it's already in there when you take it out of the box. And then when you plug it in, it doesn't even initialize the PlayStation. It just starts installing GTA 6 so you're ready to rock and roll as
So
quickly
you're
as
just
possible.
ready to play as soon as you plug it and play.
Yeah, there you go. No, it's really neat. I think that's going to be a really great time for gamers because you just know that Wolverine's going to be good because they knocked it out of the park with Spider-Man, and it's not
He really did.
a genre that's
Look,
different from Spider-Man. You know, it's the same world, same genre, same everything, just more violent. And GTA 6, obviously Rockstar knows what they're doing. I'm looking forward to this holiday season.
me too. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us, man.
Yeah. No, this has been great. A lot of not so great stories to start off with, but I think we ended on a high note, with Wolverine releasing and of course talking about some GTA 6. We've got a lot of great things to look forward to. And then at some points, we're going to hear more about Forza 6 on PlayStation. And, obviously there's going to be more information coming forth about like Halo and Fable and like, Xbox games coming over to PlayStation. So there's a lot of really great things that we've got to look forward to over the coming months.
Yeah, I agree. No, this is gonna be a good year for gaming, man. Yeah, really good. So I am
At least on
looking
the
forward to it.
PlayStation. Like Xbox people, we're sorry that Microsoft is treating you so poorly, but the water's
Yeah,
fine on the PlayStation side right now, and we're
yeah.
getting a lot of great Xbox exclusives. So
It's warm. The water's warm. All right, let's say goodbye, Kyle. You want to say goodbye to the audience?
Goodbye, audience. No,
Goodbye,
it's been no. This has been fun. Thanks for tuning in, and if you made it this far, let us know some of your thoughts on the topics that we talked about. What are your thoughts on the direction that Microsoft is going? What do you think they're going to be doing? Do you think they're going to resurrect the Xbox, or are they going to retire it completely? And are you a Pokemon fan? If so, are you getting red or green, and why?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts, hear your opinions. Let us know. But all right, everybody, that will do it for today's episode. If you're new or checking us out for the very first time, consider subscribing. It would help us and the channel out a lot. So until next time, stay leveled, stay looted, and we'll catch you at the next save point. Peace.